Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw yonder. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description of the video and you'll see a timestamp that you can click on that will take you directly to the Sharpie portion of the video. Also one for the color. So let's work on this, and for those of you that are sticking around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, and then we will have some fun. Well, this is fun too. I shouldn't say it like that. This is always fun, but I kind of have an idea. So I am going to play around with something here. And it's nothing different. You know, we've done this before, but I kind of like a very glamorized, what's the word I'm looking for? Flamboyant, extravagant DJ. You know, he's excited. He's happy to be here. And so he's kind of, you know, almost in a ta-da pose, you know. It's like, ta-da, check me out. Blam, look at me. And so, yeah, so that's kind of the idea that I have. So I just got to sketch it out real quick and get us there. And then we can get started. Well, we're already started, right? If you're sticking around. If you're sketching as well, that's really great. If you are, that's fantastic, because, you know, eventually you need to do this too. You need to figure out how to sketch this out so you can put them in any pose you want, you know. That's kind of the fun, the excitement of what I'm doing, is I get to decide the fun pose I want to put them in, and then I get to do it, you know. And I think, let's see, let's do kind of a, yeah, action jacket. So in other words, I kind of have it flying out. All right. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah. And it should be pretty simple, pretty easy. He's just got a suit on, right? So there's not much we really got to do here. We just have to, you know, draw a suit. But still make it fun. I mean, just because it's a suit doesn't mean it's not fun to draw. It does seem kind of bland, kind of, you know, well, there's no armor, there's nothing to tweak it with, you know. But that's where your creativity gets to come in. You get to do whatever you want. Okay. And so, but the easy thing is, hopefully the sketch won't take too much longer, because, I mean, yeah, it's just a suit and pants, and so I'm going to erase some of these lines, and shoes, you know. Let's see. Okay, so let me draw his collar, or not collar, but his jacket. The reason I said collar is because his cuffs are so big that it makes me think of a big collar. Okay, so let me try to think of a good hand pose and try to pull it off, because here's the trick. Here's where I always go crazy. I always make it bigger than it should be. I have fun with the hands, and I start going really crazy and draw them way too big, you know. Well, you might not know, because this is the first time you're here. Welcome, children. So that's why I'm explaining. That's what happens. Yeah, I like that. Easy, easy, easy. This is the first time it's kind of flowed so easily like that. Okay, so let's see. So he's got his suit. And let's see. That'll come in like that. That'll come down like that. So now, just let me draw the other arm real fast. And so same thing, that shouldn't take too long. I gotta draw the head, right? I gotta come up with a good head design. And the trick is, the reason I'm saying that like that is because this doesn't exist. Like, I'm looking at a store picture, you know, which is what you see whenever you buy the character, you know. In other words, it's not in this pose. I've said it many times before. If you're, like I said, if you're new here, I'm telling you this now for the first time. But I'm looking at the store pose just to look at the details, and this will help me understand what gets actually put into it, you know. So I have to try to figure out how he would look from this angle, is what I'm trying to say. So let me try to make a face real fast, because I got to draw in them teeth, right? That gold tooth that he's got. But the hardest part is I got to make it look with that jutted jaw, you know, that protruding jaw that he has. The eyes are easy. I say that, but watch me mess it up. Watch that be the hardest part, and I can't get it. And then the ears are kind of not too hard. Okay, I think I might be ready. It's not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I think I'm good. I am happy with this. Let me just erase some of these lines. Just because, the reason I'm erasing lines now is because I'm about to switch over to Sharpie, and I don't want it to stand out over the Sharpie. You know, I want the Sharpie to stand out over the pencil. And so this is good enough that it will guide me. And plus, it's kind of like muscle memory. I did it once, I can do it again. So I can just take the rough sketch and work from there. So I say it's Sharpie time. So welcome, children. Welcome to Sharpie Town. This is Mr. Sharpie Fine Point and Sharpie Pen. They're going to be following along in your guided adventure. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I'm going to be using mostly the Sharpie Fine Point and some of the Sharpie Pen for the finer detail, like I will start off with now, just to get the control over the line width in the face, and then I'll jump in with the big fat Sharpie, because that's pretty big. It's hard to get some of this fine detail. So I'm going to start off with the snout into the eyes, or let's do the eyes first, and that'll guide us. Okay, that'll give us start-stop points. So I'm going to go straight across for the eyes, like that, and then I'm going to come down. Well, here, let's do this. The nose is going to be about right there. Ooh, that's a little crooked. And I'm going to come down this way. I'm going to come back up for the eyes. I'm going to thicken this up just a little bit because it's a little too thin. And that's what I was saying, that I can control the line width much easier with this tiny Sharpie. Okay, I'm going to bring this other eye. He's kind of looking off to the side. So that's why one eye is going to be a little bit bigger than the other. Kind of like that. Okay. And then I'm going to draw, let's see, his snout is going to be kind of like this. And I just kind of picked it up and didn't draw the exact line because I want it to be taken care of with color. So I'm kind of hiding some of that. Okay, so that means his mouth is going to be something like this. It's going to come down here. I'm going to come over here on this side and go back just a little bit. Again, I'm going to thicken up those lines a little bit. There's that rivet for the side of his mouth right there. And so that means his bridle is going to be something like this. I've got it super thin where it connects, just because the angle I chose to draw him at. Okay, so now that means I'm going to draw some teeth like this. And let's see, there's the inside of his mouth like that. It's got to cut off. Oof, the Sharpie stopped working. So see, it's getting really fine detail here, so I got to be careful because I can't go too far. And there's his bottom tooth. Okay, something like that. And so now I can draw the rest of his jaw like this off to the side here. Okay, does that make sense? When I color it, it'll make more sense, but I needed that jaw, the bottom jaw, out a little bit more, you know? So I'm gonna bring this down like this, like that. And so now I can connect this. I'm gonna make his jaw come down like that. Oof, that's a little crooked. Let me see if I can straighten that out by thickening the top of this one and the bottom of this one. There you go, that worked. Okay, I'm gonna draw the little rivet like that over here, which is hard to see because it's so off. I gotta have it like way off. Like, look how straight that is. That doesn't look right. But you know what? I'm gonna go with what I did. Let's see if I can extend the jaw out just a little bit, because I don't think it should be straight down like that. It's just the angle I chose and the way I'm drawing it. That's how it worked out. But that's okay, because you know what? Everything is usable. So don't flip out if it didn't quite work for you. Oh, that's his jaw. Sorry. That's his jaw. And it's gonna connect, let's see. I'm gonna do the side of his head down here like this, and come down like that. And then this is gonna go under his neck, like this. And I'm gonna start to thicken some of these lines up because I'm gonna switch over to the big Sharpie in a second. Ooh, my Sharpie's dying on me. There you go. And when I do, you're going to see a huge drastic difference if I don't start thickening some lines up. So here, I want to just start doing some, oof, I may have to switch sooner than I thought because my Sharpie is dying. But here, what I was saying is I'm going to just add just a few little things. I can't go too crazy here because my drawing is too small. Okay. So see, I'm starting to go crazy and add a whole bunch of different lines, but I can't quite do that. So I'm going to do that and then just start to thicken stuff up. Oof, come on, Sharpie. Just hold out for me. I'll let you retire after this one and I'll switch. But I just want you to finish this last one, Sharpie. Come on, Sharpie. Okay. Come on. All right, I think that might be it for this Sharpie. I'm trying, but okay. So let's switch over. I'm gonna have to go to this one. And hopefully I can make it work with such thick lines. So I'm gonna draw this here real fast. Come down like this and see how much thicker that is. That's why I was trying to, because there's still a few lines I want to add. So I was trying to get this one to work one last time. Because there's still a few, you know, his little design that's into the ears like that. I wanted to add that real fast. And so, oops, I just lost my picture. Yeah, let's just go back to doing what I was doing. And so I'm gonna have to make this work. So I'm gonna do his top brow like that again, just to darken it up, just to thicken it up, sorry. Go the top like that. And so now I can do his other ear. And so, oh, you know what? I can do this. That'll give me this edge right here like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this ear like that. And that's not too bad. I kind of hid my mistakes like his the what do you call it, the eyes, how I had them so, or the side of the face, how I had it so flat, you know. So that's good. I can make this work. All right, so now I'm going to draw the rest of them. So let's draw his jacket, where it closes up on him like this, and he does have some necklaces. So let's see if I can just do something like this, and we'll color it in. That'll make it look gold, you know. All right, so now we're just going to draw, like I said, draw his jacket. So I'm going to do this side over here. I'm going to draw the collar sticking out. So I'll just do this one like that too, just to remind myself that I got him in a good level spot. I'm going to come in here once, out and back in. So that means I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to come in here once, out and back in. And so now we're going to do the inside. So I'm going to flow like this with the way I have it drawn. So something like that. All right. See, that way it kind of, you know, does action. So the same thing here, but this one's laying on his body. Okay, so I'm going to draw the outer edge real fast. Something like that. I'm going to stop there because that's where I'm going to put his arms. Well, let's go ahead and do it. Let's finish his arms. Let's work over here. And so I've got it bent a little bit here because his arm is up, and when, you know, the material is folded, it's going to bunge up on itself when it's not used to bending that way. So I've got kind of some lines and creases right there for his shoulder. So I'm going to draw his arm up here to his little cuff arms. I'll go ahead and do that too so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I can do the other side to his elbow. Draw his arm up here and connect. And let's see if I can make this work still. I want to do some more of these folds just to show, like I said, that he's got his arm or his jacket all bent up. Okay, something like that. Not too much, not too crazy, because we're gonna, this is gonna be the tough part, coloring all that, because the little disco ball texture to it, I don't know what we're gonna do for color, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so his hand I kind of have like this. Okay, so I'm gonna do the back of his hand like that, inside of his hand like this, the thumb over here like this, and I know I kind of jumped around, but I kind of wanted you to see where I was going with this. So the pinky I'm gonna have up, the other fingers are back behind it, and each one is kind of laid out a little bit more. Like that over itself. See, does that make sense? Awesome. And so he's got like just a little bit of detail in the glove. We can't really do much because it's the back of the hand. Okay. So now let's do the other arm. So the other one's kind of the same thing, but not up. It's more down. So I'm just gonna bring the top of the arm like this over to that big cuff, which is gonna be like this. So I can do the back of the arm to the elbow, to the back of his sleeve like that. And so here, let's go ahead and do this side. This is gonna follow his body just a little bit, and then reconnect right there. Okay, so same thing, I'm gonna add some lines. Just a few, because I can. And to make it look good, you know, to make it look like it's material that's bent. Okay, so same thing, we're gonna do kind of the same thing with the hand, but not as drastic leaning back. This one's more straight at you. So I'm gonna do the back of the hand like this to the pinky, and the front of the hand, and do the thumb like this. And then I can do the other fingers. Again, they're just kind of out. He's more extravagant with that other hand, you know? Plus it's so hard to draw so tiny with this Sharpie. But you know what? We made it work. And I'm just gonna add some folds and creases and lines just to try to make it work. I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay. All right, so again, now we're just gonna draw his suit. That's it, it's that simple. So let's bring this line down like this. Just separate them out to each side of his jacket. Come in here, fold it a little bit to where his body is, because I've got it, again, he's bent over, it's not just laying flat. So something like that. And let's see, let's put a couple of buttons on here. Like that. Oh, he needs a lapel of his jacket. Like this. One going in like that. So now we're just gonna draw his legs. And so I'm just gonna follow my sketch and draw this side of the leg over here like this. A little bump for maybe where the knee is. Come down here to this side. Gonna close over his shoe right there. Do something like this. And again, there's pants, so there's not too much we can really do or need to do, you know? Because they're suit pants. They're your church pants, you know? And then to the knee, and then follow it up like that. So yeah, there's not much more we can really do. I can add a couple of lines and folds just because I know, you know, that he's got bends in his pants. But again, it's a suit, you know, so there's not too much we got to do. Okay. All right, so now let's just draw some shoes. Oh, we're not done. Almost forgot. The back of his jacket is flowing through like this, and it was connecting right over there. So we're good with that. Okay, so let's just draw some shoes, just regular old shoes. And again, there's not much we can really do because it's going to be black. You know, I'm going to color it in with black, and all the detail is going to disappear. So let's just draw a regular shoe over here too, to a point, and come up like that. We'll give him a little bit of a heel like that, and that's really all we can do for that. So yeah, so you know what, I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Yonder. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.